everyone, it's Louise from this week's Flash Friday Finance Update. And I am really excited to introduce you, Will Spears. G'day, Will.
Hello, Louise. How you going?
Right? Thank you so much. You're very kind to join us and share your experiences. I'm really excited to share with people your experience about particularly guarantor loans. So, very short while ago, Will was a first home buyer, very little deposit. And Will, do you want to tell people how we ended up helping you and manage this loan and process?
Yeah, sure. Coming into the end of 2019, I'd just taken on a new role and got a little bit of a promotion. It was kind of time to start thinking about buying a house. So I got in touch with Louise just to talk about options and stuff. And as she mentioned, I was pretty low on the deposit side at the time because it was something that I only really just started thinking about. And I thought I'll talk to Louise and she'll say, "Oh, go ahead, go away and save 5, 10% and come back, see me when you're done." But then it just kind of turned out that Louise knew about this thing called Guarantor Loans, where they were able to use the title from an investment property or one of the investment properties my parents had that kind of available at the time. And they were able to use that as a security against the loan to cover the value of the deposit. It was a bit of a strange experience where I ended up with two different loans, where one was to the value of what my parents' property was offsetting, and then the second loan for the other value of the 80% of the loan. And I did really well. I got fortunate. I bought at a very good time, kind of at the beginning of COVID. And just with the money that I'd been paying off, just from what I'd been earning, and also a little bit of money that came to me from my grandmother. And then also the explosion in house prices that we've seen over the last couple of years. I was kind of maybe within about a year and a half that we're actually able to cash mum and dad's property out of the loan, so it was all, just back onto me. And obviously, the full value of the loan, the financial responsibility and everything of the loan was entirely upon me. But by using mum and dad's property, it was a really good way to kind of get me into the market. And it's been really good. It set me up. And like I said, mum and dad are already cashed out. And if it wasn't for them, I might not be here now, but here we are.
And I love that you've described that absolutely beautifully because your parents' liability was limited to only 20% of the value of the new purchase property. If you happen to default and not pay anything, the loan against your place was at 80% and the loan against theirs was 20% of your value, not theirs. They didn't have to contribute to it. You paid it all off yourself. You were still paying and you could afford the loan. That's the key, wasn't it? You serviced the loan. And then once the value had grown and you paid some off, we can release their title and then it all came back onto your title. Both loans then reverted back onto the same property, which was already yours. And that's grown so much and you've done so well paying that down. We're now like at 50% loan to value ratio. You've done incredibly well. I've loved hearing your story about how mum and dad were able to visit this last year during post-COVID and helped you renovate everything. So
Yeah, it was good to get mum and dad up. And obviously, they'd been up a couple of times before, but putting the old man to work, I think he secretly loves and hates a bit of renovation, but I took advantage of that and just redoing the bathrooms was kind of the one big thing that I wanted to improve on the house when I bought it. And having done that, they look really great. And it's a great property. And I'm very fortunate, thanks to my parents, to be able to support me in that way. And obviously, as I said, the whole financial responsibility was on me to pay for that, but it was what they did at the start that really helped me to get here and to achieve this. And obviously, Louise for letting mum and dad know that this was an option, and we're very grateful for her. For
thank
us.
you. It was awesome. It worked out so well. And what I'm thrilled about is because you've done that little bit of reno and everything else, your value in your property's gone up again. And what happens now is interest rates, you actually get a lower rate because your loan to value ratio has come down so low. Whereas initially, if you had bought with very small deposit, your interest rate would have been really high because your LVR was high. So you win-win all round. So I'm really thrilled for you, Will. Is there any other final tips you'd like to pass on to other first home buyers or parents out there to say really what they should do or things they should watch out for?
I guess just being aware of all the different options that are available to us. I guess from my experience, I kind of just grew up expecting that you save up your 20%, then you buy a house and that's it. But it's really not necessarily the case. There's lots of different pathways into home ownership. And so being aware of all those different opportunities and ways that you might be able to get yourself into the market is really important. Obviously, someone like Louise is going to be instrumental in that knowledge. But as we know, the real estate market's one of those things that always going up. So it's good to get in when you can and kind of try and hang on to the elevator as it goes up.
Yes. I love it. Well done. Well, thank you. We love talking. We're so excited by your success. You've done a killer job. Really well done. Anyway, wishing you all the best and happiness in your home. And we'll see you next time because we review every 6 months anyway. We're always looking at your loans in the background. So we'll be talking. Thank you, Will, very much.